Dillman Scott Funeral Home, Hoosier Hills Credit Union, Hoosier Hardware, In Focus Eye Care, Jeremy Payton, Edward Jones, KFC of Paoli, Orange County REMC, and Orange County Fiber, Orange County CASA, the only health and living community, Springs Valley Bank and Trust, Summer Seamless Guttering, Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, Springer Insurance, Team OC Youth Mentoring, Whitfield Investments, and the Orange County Community Foundation. Now, let's head to the action. This is Mix 95.3 WUME, your home for local sports.
The Paoli Rams are celebrating the holidays in historic Madison along the Ohio River as the Rams, for the first time in school history, are participating in the 79th annual Jefferson County Boys Basketball Invitational at Madison High School. Good afternoon, everybody. Dave Dedrick along with Bert Pedigo. It's time for Rams basketball on Mix 95.3, streaming live on WUME953.com, and ask Alexa to play WUME 953. Paoli, one of the 6 teams in this tournament, already 2 games underway and have been completed here at Madison High School at Connors Psalm Gymnasium. Game 1, Brownstown Central beat Southwestern 66-54, and it was Madison over Christian Academy 56-40, which brings us to today's 3rd game with the Rams rated number 9 and 2A 4-0 taking on the Brownstown Central Braves, who are now 4-1 on the season, and this could be one of the best matchups, Bert, in this tournament.
Very well could be. I'm real impressed with the way Brownstown played earlier today. Typical Dave Bender team, they get up and down the court, want to play a little bit quicker pace than most. They like to shoot the three. They've got an inside game that'll give Paoli some issues, so ought to be a really good matchup between 2 pretty good teams.
And, of course, the Rams in the stoutest, let's say, pool of this with
definitely.
Southwestern, Paoli, and Brownstown Central, the 3 battling to get seeded tomorrow.
Yeah, and you could tell Madison was the host, and they put all the weaker teams on the side with them. So, it happens, not a big deal. But, the advantage, at least for Paoli coming in this afternoon, is they haven't played yet. Brownstown's already played 1 game today, so and they are not the deepest team in the world. They played 6, maybe 7 in that first game, so Paoli's depth could be a big issue in this game this afternoon, and Paoli will try to force the issue and try to take the legs away from those Brownstown boys.
As we continue with the Team OC pregame show, Team OC expanding possibilities one child at a time. We'll talk with head coach Dave Benner of Brownstown Central and Dusty Cola Paoli. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
This is Craig Boozy, President and CEO of Springs Valley Bank and Trust Company. As this year comes to a close, we celebrate what matters most, our customers, communities, and neighbors. At Springs Valley, banking is about building relationships and helping you achieve your financial goals. Thank you for trusting us to be part of your journey. From all of us at Springs Valley Bank and Trust, we wish you a joyful holiday season and a new year full of success and opportunity. Loyal to you, your family, and your future. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you suffer the loss of a loved one, you can count on the Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli. They have a 55-year history of serving the needs of families in Orange and surrounding counties. They provide only the best professional services in the most compassionate manner to care for you during this difficult time. You can always count on the Dillman Scott Funeral Home, as generations of families have done for many years. Call 812-723-2276 today. We're here when you need us the most. Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jeremy Payton, your Bedford Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones and Jeremy Payton is a proud sponsor of high school sports on WUME. For all of your investment needs, call Jeremy Payton or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
As we continue with the Team OC pregame show, head coach Dave Benner of Brownstown Central joins us now. His team ready for a matchup with Paoli. We'll get into that ball game in just a few minutes. But, Coach, for our fans, kind of take us through the early part of the season here for your Braves.
Well, we got off to a late start with football. Our football team went to the state, so we pushed back our first 2 games, and we had one canceled with snow. So we kind of getting a really late start. And, we've got several new guys this year. One of the reasons is because Lane Pendleton our leading returning guy has been out all year. So, we got a lot of new faces. So that's been an adjustment, since we got off such a late start with a lot of new faces. But, I really like the improvement we've made in the last month since we've had them.
But what improvements have you made that you like?
Well, we're making better decisions offensively. The team, I've never had a problem with our effort, just our decision-making at time offensively, turnovers, shot selection, just our organization has been so much better. And then, defensively, I think this morning, I thought was the best, the first half especially, the best we had defended in the half court. Second half this morning, we didn't finish with a defensive rebound a couple times, but I thought in the first half we defended really well.
Offensively, defensively, what are you trying to do, Coach?
Well, we're without Lane, we're not very big. We got one guy in the court that's 6'4", and the rest of our guys are 6 foot and under, pretty much 6'1" and under. So we're not real big. So we've got to pressure the ball. We press some, we half court trap some. We'll have to double the post. Because Paoli's really going to try taking advantage of us. They're much bigger than us, more physical. So we're going to have to figure out a way to deal with that inside.
Well, you mentioned you already had a game under your belt today. So what about that win? What things stick out in your mind with your win over Southwestern?
Well, the first half is the best we've played all year. And, I told our guys about 10 days ago, we need practice time because, we only had them for a few practices before our first game. And then, we hit the court running, and we didn't have a practice time to fix some of the things, we saw those first few games. So the last week has been real great for us that we were able to, go back into the gym and fix a few things. And I was much more pleased this morning the way we played compared to where we were at right before Christmas.
What about your matchup with the Rams, and what do you have to do to win?
Well, it'll be a challenge because of their size and physicality inside. Like I said, without Lane, we're not real big inside. And, it's going to be are we going to be able to keep the ball out of the lane and keep them off the backboard? And then the other thing, we can't turn the ball over. They thrive on live ball turnovers, and we got to make sure we take care of the ball.
Line up for your ball club today?
We'll start three guards, Preston Garrison, Carter Covert, and Brock Dean, and then 2 forwards, Lincoln Britton and Ian Hutchison.
Then off your bench?
Eli Hutchison. Then off our bench, Kylis Brock is our sixth guy. He's really a sixth starter. He plays starter minutes. And then, we got a few freshmen we bring in, a couple sophomores that we may bring in. We played mostly six this morning, but we had 2 freshmen, Alex Hobson and Nolan there, who got a few minutes also.
Will that be a key for you to get some depth here?
Well, the schedule's not really in our favor. Us having a game and only one game off and having to play a team that's, physical as Paoli being their first game. But, it's basketball. These guys are 16, 17, 18 years old. They should be fine. So yeah, we may have to be ready to go to our bench this game. And, we trust those guys. Our top 6 played really well last game.
Coach Benner, as always, thank you for the time and the talk. You and your ball club have a good game today.
Thank you.
Head Coach Dave Benner, Brown Sound Central. Stay tuned. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Looking to make a difference? Team OC's Youth Mentoring Program is here to help kids in Orange County reach their full potential. Our mission, to expand child's possibilities through a community-wide mentoring program for kids 7 to 17. We provide support, guidance, and a caring adult to lean on. You can be a part of their journey. Become a mentor or make a donation. Join us at 262 West Court Street, Paoli, or visit teamocmentoring.org. Questions? Call Executive Director Priscilla Woodrum at 812-653-0288. Team OC, expanding possibilities one child at a time.
Hi, this is John Bender. Cooler weather, it's on its way. The Department of Energy says a properly insulated home can save you up to 20% off your heating and cooling expense. So make sure your home is properly insulated this fall. The Owens Corning ProCat Low-Fill Insulation System makes it quick and affordable to properly insulate your home. You can do it yourself, or we can recommend a contractor to help you. Learn how easy you can add insulation with the ProCat Insulation System by visiting us at Bender Lumber. Local people serving local needs for over 90 years.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
Team OC pregame show rolls on. Head coach Dusty Cole of the Payola Rams joins us now. The Rams get ready to open up their first game here in the Jefferson County Invitational Tournament at Madison High School. Probably taking on Brownstown. We'll talk about that matchup in just a few minutes. But Coach, been a day or two actually before Christmas on that Friday there. Had a rough one, but a win over at Austin.
Yeah, it was just one of those nights we didn't shoot the ball very well. We did a lot of good things. We got to see some things on tape. There's a lot of things we have to improve upon, I think. Got just a little weak in the second half. We kind of started throwing some shots up and just kind of playing off balance. You got to be balanced, got to have a good base, and be strong inside. And we just kind of quit doing that for a little bit. But for the most part, I thought we did a pretty decent job. And then being down 10 points going in that fourth quarter, had a pretty good fourth quarter. Had some guys step up for us. Those seniors really stepped up. Cooper had a big fourth quarter for us, and we end up just having a whole lot of guys make some big plays down the stretch.
Our coach been over a week, but with the Christmas holiday thrown in there, kind of broke things up. So how did you handle this holiday break for the Rams?
It's been pretty good for us for the most part. We got to come in and practice a couple of days, and then we took a couple of days off for Christmas, and then came back after Christmas, got to practice 2 more days, and then we took off yesterday, and then we'll be ready to play here today. So just about a couple practices at a time, which is kind of what you need, and then they've had a little break time next year too. So it's been good for the kids, but I think they're ready to play again.
Anything in particular you worked on?
Yeah, we worked on a lot of things. We worked on the defensive rotations a lot. Just worked on playing off 2 feet, just a little bit better, and just kind of breaking down some of the things that we've been doing since early November, but just kind of working on some of those things some more, and changing up our defense some. We've been able to change during the quarter breaks, during a dead ball, but just try to change a little bit more on the fly a little bit, which is kind of difficult to do. And in order to do that, it's going to have a whole lot of talk. The communication has to be good. So that's something we've just kind of been focused on as well.
All right, Coach, of course, the goal is to come in here, win 2 games today and 1 tomorrow. But overall, you and your staff, what do you want out of this tournament here at Madison?
Well, we wanted to play good competition. That's the main reason. We was kind of looking around. We had some options for some different tournaments, but we wanted to play good competition, and we didn't want to travel 2 or 3 hours. So this allowed us to go about an hour and 15 minutes. It's not too bad of a trip. We can drive back and forth, no problem, and come over here and we get to play good pool. We get to play 2 good teams in our pool that have really good programs. They're not just good this year; they've been good for 10 or 15 years now. So that's what we want to see. That's what we want to face. And the draw came out, and we got to play the 2 probably best teams in it. So we feel like this is going to be a challenging pool, and that's what we want to do. We want to challenge our kids. We got a lot of juniors and seniors that have been playing a lot, and we just want to challenge those kids as much as we can, because those challenging games are the best way to move that needle a little bit and improve your team, and it also kind of shows you what you need to work on too.
Well, you get a good challenge coach in this first afternoon game here against Brownstown, who had a big win and a convincing win over Southwestern earlier today.
Great program. They've been good for a long time now. Dave does a great job over there. They're just kind of used to winning, they're coming off the stage there, and all these kids are on that roster, so they've been there. Most of them wasn't playing at the varsity level, but they were still winning 19, 20 games on the JV team, and they were playing against those guys, and now they're ready to play. It's their turn. They've been waiting their turn a little bit. A lot of them are still juniors and seniors, so they only get a year to go here, and they're very, just a group that's looking to win, a group that just expects to win. We've kind of seen them on tape a little bit. Obviously, all these other teams are seeing some new roles from these kids. Some of these kids played, but most of them didn't. And like I said, most of them don't JV. But they've got some really nice pieces. They shoot the ball well, like always. They take a lot of threes from the outside and are really good on the defensive end. So it'll be a challenge for us.
All right, Coach, what do the Rams got to do to win today?
Well, we're going to have to rebound. We got to get some points in the paint. We feel like, that's an advantage for us. We got a couple post guys. They've got 1 post guy in there, plays really hard, the Hutch kid. He's a sophomore. But all their other guys are on the perimeter a little bit. So we feel like we have a little advantage in there. But we have to be able to get the ball in there. We got to be able to go to work sub. We got to be very physical. This is one of those games. All these teams are really used to getting those 50-50 balls and those loose rebounds. So we play a lot of teams where it seems like we always get those. Well, this one's going to be a little more challenging to get those because all these teams get those. So just those extra few possessions sometimes, and the 2 or 3 loose balls that we have to get that are the true 50-50 balls are going to be big in this game. So that'll be a challenge for us, and just a challenge for our defense. These teams, they have so many guys on the outside. They shoot the three really, really well. They're going to take 25, 30 threes almost every game. They're used to hitting 10 or 12 of them at least, and we haven't played teams like that. So that'll be a challenge for our defense. Our closeouts have to be really good with high hands, and then we have to keep off the glass. That's what gets us going the other way. We'll see early if we can turn these teams over a little bit. We're still going to try. That's kind of how we play. But I think more than anything, we'll still be pressing and we'll be trapping a little bit just to kind of wear these teams down. We still think we have just a little better depth. Most of these guys are playing 6 or 7 kids. We feel like we can go 8 or 9. It'll be the second game for them. So I think that'll be a factor as well. So hopefully that depth will be a big factor for us.
Line up for your Rams today?
We'll go a little bit different. Chad's been sick all week, so he didn't practice the last 2 practices. But hopefully he's good to go today. We'll see early, probably during the warm-ups. We actually haven't seen him do anything for about 4 or 5 days. So hopefully he's good to go. I think he is. He says he feels okay, but he'll come off the bench for us. So we'll start with Cooper, Dakota, Traylon, Dane, and Ian Sullivan.
And then your regulars off your bench?
Regulars off the bench, and we'll put Chad in early, and like I said, see how he does, just how he looks, and just kind of gauge things from there.
Coach Cole, as always, thank you for the time and the talk. You and your ball club have a good game today.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Head Coach Dusty Cole of the Paoli Rams. Stay tuned. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Invest where it matters most, in the people and the potential of Orange County. Over the last decade, through the power of giving, the Orange County Community Foundation has helped thousands achieve their dreams, distributing numerous dollars in scholarships and grants from endowed funds. And we're just getting started. Scholarship applications will open soon, giving Orange County students the chance to unlock new opportunities, realize their full potential, and leave their mark on the world. Plus, be on the lookout for details on our unrestricted grants program, empowering local nonprofits to continue their philanthropic work and address the most pressing needs in our community. In 2024 alone, this grant cycle poured over $85,000 into our community, supporting many programs. Looking to make a lasting difference? Start a fund with us today and create a legacy that grows year after year. Call us at 812-723-4150 because your generosity shapes tomorrow. Together, we're building a better community, one scholarship, one grant, one legacy at a time.
As we wrap up the Team OC pregame show, Team OC expanding possibilities one child at a time. Let's take a look at today's starting lineups, brought to you by Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James. And with the starters between the Rams and the Braves, here's Bert Pedigo.
First off, for the Paoli Rams, ranked number 9 this week in Class 2A. Coach Dusty Cole and the Paoli team 4-0 on this young season. They will start this way with 2 forwards and 3 guards. The forwards will be Trey Minton and Dane Padgett. Minton, 6'2", a senior, averaging 4 per game. Padgett, 6'3", a senior, averaging 10.7. The guards will be Cooper Spires, Ian Sullivan, and Dakota Apple. Spires, 6'1", a senior, averaging 10.2. Ian Sullivan, 5'10", a junior, averaging 5 per game. And Dakota Apple, a 6'3", junior, averaging 7.3. Offensively, Paoli scores it at 68 per game. They're giving up 40 on the defensive side. For Brownstown Central, the Braves, coached by Dave Bender, and it seems like that's been the case forever. He has been there a long time and has built an excellent program. The Braves start the season at they are 4-1 coming in. They will start this way with a couple of forwards in Brock Dean and Eli Hutchinson. Dean, 6'1", 160, a junior, averaging 12, and Hutchinson is 6'4", 170, just a sophomore. The guards will be Lincoln Britton, Preston Garrison, and Carter Covert. Britton, 6'2", a senior. Garrison's 5'9", and a senior, and Covert is 6'1", and a senior. And Brownstown, they scored at 54. They give up 45. Your starting lineups brought to you by Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James.
Braves get the tip, and they get into the offensive end. Rams open up in their man-to-man. Britton on the right wing. It's a 4-out, 1-under type of spread offense with all these three-point shooters. Garrison to the left of the key, going to give it up out front to Dean. Dean between the circles, fake spin move down in on Apple, backs him in, now turns to the right, little jump hook, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Ian Sullivan. Rams look up court. Apple bounce pass ahead to Spires in the offensive end. Brownstown as well will go to their man-to-man. Out high, Apple on that left wing. Rams going to be patient here, see if they can work some inside-outside game and get things rolling here early on. Just played about 45 seconds and no score. Spires directing traffic out high near the center circle to Sullivan on the left wing. Submitting between the circles, right side to Spires, jumping down low in the lane. In a double team, Dane Padgett, though, able to muscle his way up between two defenders off the glass and good. Rams lead it 2-0. Full court pressure by the Rams after the make. Bobble in the backcourt, long pass to Garrison near midcourt to Covert. Covert across the timeline, picked up by Sullivan. They'll pass it over to the left side to Dean, to Covert between the circles. Again, Covert, one of their best shooters, but they all can light it up from outside the arc. On the left baseline, Hutchison guarded by Padgett. Pass it out front. Pass deflected, stolen. Quickly the other way is Sullivan. Ian drives in, and Covert will reach in and foul him. As the Rams get a steal and look to get points in transition, we'll have to earn them at the free throw line.
That foul on Carter Covert, that'll be his first and team first of the quarter. That'll put Ian Sullivan to the free throw line. He'll be shooting 2.
Ian, 67% coming into today's ball game. And the first one by the junior is up and good, and the Rams lead it now 3-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. First game of the day for the Rams, second game of the day for the Braves here in the Jefferson County Invitational Tournament. Second free throw too hard off the heel of the rim, no good. Quickly up high to get the rebound is Dean. Long lead pass down to Britton. Britton bounce pass into the low post. Hutchinson drives in on Spires. That's a mismatch, and he's able to lay it up over Cooper off the glass and good. As Hutchinson gets his first 2 of the day to make it a 3-2 ball game. Rams work against the man-to-man defense. Apple between the circles will set it up for Paoli. Apple to the left of the key. Rams also almost a 4-out and 1-under type offense. Dump it down low to Spires, give and go to Mitten, and he's got a cutting Dane Padgett on the left side who lays it up and in. Nice interior passing by the Rams as they execute 4 on the day for Dane, and the Rams lead it 5-2. Quickly up. Driving down is Dean into the offensive end to beat that press. Around the perimeter to Britton. Work it to Covert to Garrison. Garrison down low to Hutchinson. This time they got him matched up with the man they want, that being Padgett. Kick it out. Long 3 straight away. No good by Garrison. In and out. No good. Ball tipped around. Hutchinson rebound would not fall back in as he missed it point blank. Spires the rebound for the Rams. Quickly up to Apple. Paoli up by 3. 5:30 to go in the first quarter of play. Out front to Mitten to the left of the key. Mitten hands it off to Spires. Cooper runs the weave. Give it off to Sullivan. He'll launch 3. Left wing, short, no good. And the ball loose on the floor. Sullivan goes for it, as does down low Garrison. And Garrison goes to the floor, and a foul going to be called on the Rams.
And that foul looks like it's going to go on, the 24 up down. That'd be his first and team first, and give it over to Brownstown.
Rams denying the pass into Covert. As always, Traylon Mitten drawing the defensive assignment against the best offensive player into the offensive end. Covert in front of the Rams bench down the left sideline. Long pass to the right wing. Garrison has it to Britton. Give it up out front on the left side to Dean. Dean looking down low, pops out. Give it to Hutchinson. Fires a nice pass down low on the baseline. Shot by Britton, no good. In and out. Ball tipped around and finally pulled out of there by Sullivan. Brownstown some good plays. Here's the Rams running. Lob pass ahead to Padgett. His shot no good. Hutchison clears it off and quickly running the other way, the Braves. Garrison cross-court pass is deflected, and it's going to be picked up and stolen out of there by Mitten. So both teams unable to score in their transition game, and Rams will walk it up and get it across the timeline against the man-to-man. Left of the key, Apple to the top of the key, handed off. Sullivan turns down the lane all the way to the hoop, runs into his own man. Dane Padgett loses it, ball loose on the floor. Out of there quickly is Dean. Bounce pass ahead to Garrison. Garrison skip it into the middle lane to Britton. Touch pass to Covert to Dean. And work it down low to Hutchinson on the left block. He'll back in on Padgett. Turns into the lane. A little off-balance scoop shot. It bounces twice off the heel of the rim and falls in for his 4th point. And the Rams lead cut to 1. 5-4 halfway through the first quarter of play on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Right side with the basketball. Cooper Spires will take it out to the wing. Looking down low, trying to get it in. High post pass to Sullivan. Kick it out to Mitten. Turns, hands it off to Apple. Right back to Sullivan. Into the left of the key. Rams look to substitute at the next break. Mitten with the basketball, keeps the dribble alive. Round the perimeter to Spires, and he'll reset. Gets a screen out high from Padgett in the double team. Tried to roll, get it off the Dane. High post touch pass to Mitten down the right side. Trailing up and under his shot, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Hutchinson. Rams get what they want, but couldn't finish at the rim. Hutchinson across the timeline with the dribble, gets it all the way to the top of the key to Covert. Covert kick it off into the corner to Britton. Britton looking outside, bounce pass to Covert. Around the perimeter, Garrison has it on the left wing. Garrison against the man-to-man, dribbles to the elbow, pulls it back out to Hutchinson. Spin move on the baseline, cut off nicely by Padgett. Now will back it out with the dribble, looks for backdoor cutters, nobody there. Finally gives it off to Garrison on the left side. He'll pull it back out on the wing. 3 minutes to go in the quarter, Rams up by 1. Clear it out on the right side. Britton working one-on-one. Spin move to the right elbow. Backdoor cut, but the pass is deflected, and out of there with the steal is Padgett for the Rams. Spires quickly brings it up, crosses over. Spin move down the lane on the right side. Off the glass, good and counted. What a play by Cooper Spires off the dribble for his first 2 of the ball game.
Spires just forcing the issue more so than anything. Got himself in good shape, was 1-on-3, but like the odds, and that foul will go on Brownstown. It'll be their second of the quarter, and will put Spires to the free throw line.
Chad Sullivan checks in, who's been battling strep throat. We talked to him before the game. He said he's all good to go. Free throw by Spires up and good, completes the three-point play, making it a 7-4 lead for the Rams. And substitution in will be number 24, Kylis Brock. He's 6 foot 150 and a junior. Again, a real thin bench for this Brownstown Central team. We see Thornton in and Hughes as well for the Rams. They jump trap in the backcourt, throw a long lead to Garrison. Garrison bounce pass to a cutting Hutchinson, who lays it up and in. At that time, nice offense on the zone, and that's 6-4 Hutchinson to make it 7-6 in favor of the Rams. 2:30 to go in the first quarter. Thornton give it off to Hughes to the right of the key against the man-to-man. Hughes to the right wing, pass it out front to Spires between the circle. A lot of bodies being leaned on, everybody wanting some contact here. Spires to the double team, lost it, ball knocked away. Sullivan to the floor. He tried to save it from going out of bounds. He did. Fortunately for the Rams, Brock touched it last for the Braves.
Thought I was going to have to head to the scores table to tell them add a point to Paoli.
Right, 8-6.
It's an 8-6. They were a little tardy in getting that last free throw up for Paoli.
Lob it into the backcourt. Spires has it. Jump pass to Thornton at the free throw line. Down the lane he goes. Justin's scoop shot is no good, but he is hit on the wrist as he goes to the floor, and that'll put Justin Thornton, a 6'2 junior, at the free throw line.
That foul could be trouble for Brownstown. It is on Carter Covert, number 22. That'll be his second and team third.
He is the leading scorer for the Braves and has not scored. I don't think he's even taken a shot in this quarter. Free throw by Thornton hits the heel of the Ram, bounces out of there, no good. Keeps it an 8-6 ball game with 2:10 to go here in the first quarter of play, as we are in the opening round of the JCTI basketball tournament. Second free throw up and good. 1 out of 2 for Thornton, his first point of the night. Rams will now press 2-2-1 into the middle. Brock has it, comes right side to Covert, jump pass ahead to Hutchinson, down the lane to Brock to Covert, around the perimeter. Garrison in the left corner. Early in this game, we have yet to see a three-pointer launched, but early on in the game against Southwestern, by this point of the game, it had been 8 or 9 already put up by Brownstown. Brock drives in. Nice little hesitation move to get around Hughes, lays it up and good off the glass. So Kylis Brock off the bench gets his first 2, cuts the Rams lead down to 1 with 1:35 to go. Skip pass down low on the baseline, backing in as Sullivan in a double team with the help. Chad keeps the dribble alive, give it off to Hughes. He launches 3, left side, back of the rim, no good. Hutchinson clears off the rebound for Brownstown. They'll give it off to Covert. Here come the Braves rushing it up court. Right side to Brock, into the corner to Garrison. Down the lane, Hutchinson cut off there nicely. A little handoff, give and go to Brock. Kick it out in the corner to Garrison. He'll skip it over the top right side. Down the lane, driving is Dean. Put it up and good. And Brownstown Central has their first lead of the game at 10-9 with 1:05 to go. Rams come quickly back into the offensive end. Do not have the numbers. Skip it out front to Thornton to use around the perimeter to Spires. Under a minute to go. Brownstown Central on top, 10-9. Thornton all alone, 3 from the left wing, way off the mark, no good. Falls right into the hands of Brock, and quickly the sideline break. Dean into the offensive end, gets it down to the baseline. Down the lane, he's got Brock cutting. And Brock goes up for the shot, and he is going to be raked across the arms by Cooper Spires.
That foul on Spires will be his first and team's second. Like I said, Paoli is limiting Brownstown on what they like to do, which is shoot three-point shots. But Brownstown, they're getting cuts to the bucket right now. Paoli's going to have to work on that rotation defense coming over opposite side to help.
Got a shoe tied at the free throw line by the Braves player here with 44.4 seconds to go. In fact, going to have to step out of it is Kylis Brock to get that shoe readjusted. He's showing the official just exactly what's wrong.
Yeah, this might take a minute. He's got some issues with that shoe, and of course, a lot of them, they double knot, and, you can't just untie a double knot. So it might take him a minute just to get things worked out. Paoli controlled things early on in this quarter, but Brownstown has since been on a bit of a run. It's 6-1 run to close out the quarter right now, and they're at the free throw line, chance to extend that lead a little bit further.
All right, Brock's got that right tire ready to go as he'll step up the line, fouled in the act of shooting. His first free throw is up and good. He's got 3 off the bench. It's a 2-point lead for Brownstown Central, their biggest lead of the day. As Minton comes out, Thornton comes out, Apple back in, and Ian Sullivan back in. And also Britton checks in, and coming out will be Colbert. Remember, he's playing with those 2 fouls, and Coach Benner tries to get him at least to the second quarter, no worse for wear. Second one up and good by Brock as he made both of them to give his team a 3-point lead at 12-9. See if the Rams can close out this quarter on a positive note. Brownstown picks them up in the half-court man-to-man. Left of the key, Spires out to Ian. Around the perimeter to Hughes. Hughes looking down low, skipping over the top to Apple to Ian. Ian looking down low to the Cutters. Nobody open, reverses it around the perimeter to Spires to the right of the key. Cooper will give it off to Dakota Apple on the right wing. Lets Cutters go through. Good man-to-man defense and good spacing here by the Rams. See if they can break down this defense with 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Hughes has it to the right of the key, hands it off to Spires on the right wing. Down to 10 seconds to go. Rams got to have a sense of urgency to Apple on that left wing. Looking for Cutters out high. Here's Sullivan. So Spires down low. He's got Apple all alone on the backdoor cutter. Lays it up and good with 2 seconds to go. And Paoli runs the play to perfection to cut the lead to 1 at the quarter break. The end of 1 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting and Raymond James scoreboard. Brownstown Central 12, Paoli 11. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Calcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot and mix asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Calcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Calcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed. Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595.
Move on to the second quarter of play here. The Rams taking on Brownstown Central in the opening round of the 79th annual Jefferson County Boys Basketball Invitational Tournament. Rams will get the ball first. It'll be Kirkland Hughes along with Dakota Apple, Ian Sullivan, Chad Sullivan, and Dane Padgett, 5 out there for the Rams in their traveling purple here this afternoon. Ian on the right wing against the man-to-man looking. High post pass goes to Padgett. Back out to Ian, all alone. Free throw line jumpers up and good. They left him alone, and Ian made him pay for his 3rd point of the day. Carter Covert in the backcourt along with Kylis Brock. Give it up out front to Brock Dean. His jump pass ahead to Eli Hutchinson. And it is also Preston Garrison, the 5th man out there. Steal by Paoli. Quickly the other way. Hughes has it. Gives it to the trailer. That's Ian. He'll back it out and hand it off to Dakota Apple. Apple to Ian, jumping down to Chad. Oh, his pass just a little bit too high off the fingertips. Second turnover of the night for here Paoli. Quickly Garrison to the offensive end. 3 on the way by Dean from the left wing. High rebound, no good. cleared out of there by Sullivan for Paoli. Long lead pass. Here's Chad running the floor, lets the defender fly by and lays it up and good on a nice entry pass from Kirkland Hughes. First two of the day for Chad. Rams back on top 15-12. Long lead pass to Brock. Brock going to drive in, cut off by Chad. Round the perimeter, into the corner. Garrison launches three, left side, in and out, no good. And Dakota Apple is the rebound for Paoli. Here come the Rams on the run. Apple all the way down the lane. The ball just ping-ponging around. I believe it went off the head of Apple out of bounds. It did, and it will go back over to Brownstown Central.
It looked like Paoli had some numbers, and they did initially, but Brownstown recovered defensively really well. Shooting percentages through one, Paoli 44%. They were 4 of 9, including 0 for 3 on three-point tries. Brownstown, 5 of 9, 56% overall, 0 for 1 on their three-point tries.
Full court pressure. Brock gets it up ahead. Long lead pass to Garrison. Pulls up a little short 10-footer, no good. Flying through the air is Brock, and he came over the back. He touched it last, and it will go back to the Rams as Cooper Spires gets ready to re-enter the ball game. Lincoln Britton also has checked back in for Brownstown Central, as getting a break will be their big man, Eli Hutchinson. But here over the next couple of minutes, Bert, hopefully we'll see the Rams' depth come to play a big role.
Yeah, flow of the game didn't really allow Paoli to sub much in that first quarter.
Here's driving Dane Padgett on the baseline, got it up on the rim, rolled around and in for his 6th point of the day. And the Rams back out by 5 as they come out strong in this second quarter. Long lead pass to Garrison. He'll give it off to the trailer. Covert steps into 3 right at the key. In and out, no good. Ball tipped around loose. Sullivan comes down with the rebound. The other way, Cooper Spires into the offensive end. He goes all the way down the lane, put it up with the left hand with 3 defenders hanging around. And a foul going to be called, and that'll put Cooper Spires to the free throw line.
Take your pick on the foul. Had a couple of them in there close, and Brock is going to be the one to pick it up. That's going to be his first and team first. It will put Spires to the line for 2 free throws.
Cooper just 50% on the season. Got that one to fall. He's got 4 on the day. 18-12. Rams on top. 5:57 to go. Sullivan Financial Consulting and Raymond James scoreboard here in the second quarter. Justin Thornton back in. Chad Sullivan will get a break. And Cooper will try and make it a 2-for-2 trip for the Rams. Second one's going to be short, no good. Ball tipped around, still loose. Finally, Britton comes out of there with it, and he'll give it up to Covert. Covert will bring it up with the dribble, and a timeout going to be taken by Brownstown. 5:51 to go in the second quarter. Rams lead at 18-12. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus.
Well, about 2 minutes into the second quarter, Paoli has gapped it out a little bit, have gone on a bit of a run. It's actually a 9-0 run to retake the lead. 18-12 is your score. Paoli knocking shots down to start the quarter. Brownstown, they've attempted 3 3-pointers already in the first 2 minutes of the second quarter and have yet to connect on any of those.
Out of the timeout, Rams switch and go to the zone. Cross-court pass knocked away, stolen by Thornton. 5th turnover against the Braves, ahead to Mitten. Apple has it. Rams bobble it around, but able to finally gather and take control of the basketball. Slow it down into the high post. Bad pass, knocked away, stolen by Brock the other way. Quickly comes Dean. Dean drives all the way in on the baseline. He tried a little turnaround move. Unfortunately, he drove the pivot foot to turn it right back over to Paoli.
Yeah, Paoli didn't give up the easy 2 that time, kept hustling back and got in there defensively to alter the shot and make him turn it over.
Braves pick up full court man-to-man pressure. Apple beats it with the dribble, lob it into the corner. Here's Spires, pull up, elbow jumper, right side, in and out, no good. Ball tracked down by Apple into the corner, and the Rams will reset up by 6. Mitten between the circles, shovels it over to Padgett. Padgett, little jump stop, head shoulders fake down the lane, splits the defenders. It went off the glass too hard, no good. The ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paoli.
Good thing Dane be aggressive on the offensive end. Last year, I don't know that you'd have seen him put it on the floor like that and drive to the bucket, but he did there, just didn't get the roll.
Rams go full court man-to-man pressure quickly in the offensive end. Garrison hits the trailer. Brock fakes right, goes left, back to Garrison. Garrison pulls it out with the dribble and will slow things up to Dean. Rams drop back to their half-court man-to-man this trip down after going zone the last time out of the timeout. Silas Brock working to the right of the key, give it off to Brock Dean. He takes it with the dribble, hesitation move, turns down the lane, stops about 5 feet away. Fadeaway jumper is up and good. Brock Dean, the 6'1 junior, has got 4. He averages 12 per ball game. Rams lead down to 4. Out high, Dakota Apple with the basketball. Spin move at the free throw line. Kick it back out to Cooper Spires, and Spires will set up the play. Double high post set. Gets a screen. Comes to the left side. Looking down low. Nobody open. Double team. Here's Padgett in the lane. No, but Dame with that quick move. A one bounce dribble to the rim. Up and good. He's off to a great start with 9 points. 20-14. Ball bobbled by Covert in the backcourt. 10-second count on ahead to Britton. Finally to Garrison. Lob it over the top. Driving down. A little running scoop shot by Kylis Brock is up and good. Once again, beating that press at 6 for Brock off the bench. The lead is back down to 4 with 3:50 to go. High post pass is bad off the mark, and Covert comes up with the steal. Brings it down the other way. 3:40 and counting. Into the corner with it is Brock. Brock with the dribble. Pass it out front to Dean. Dean to the left of the key, and Brownstown going to be a little more patient this time in their offensive set. Brock Dean heads down, crosses over at the elbow. Jump pass back out to Brock. He lost it, and then he double-dribbled, and that'll be turnover number 7 on the Braves.
That's one of those deals where when he catches, he's putting it down on the floor, then puts the 2 hands on it and moves the other way with the dribble. That'll be a turnover. Give it back over to Paoli. Substitutions, Hughes and Sullivan will come back in for Paoli. Padgett and Thornton will go out.
3:25 to go here in the first half on the Sullivan Financial Consulting and Raymond James scoreboard. Rams up by 4 in the basketball. Spires jump pass down low. Here's Chad Sullivan at a double team. Got a tough pass, laid it softly off the glass, and good for his 4th point. The lead back up to 6. Into the middle of the court, Dean against the press. Ball knocked away from behind, but he recovers, fires it over to Britton. Britton on the right wing around the perimeter to Dean. Dean looks for cutters. Oh, Garrison all alone down the lane. Slipped off his defender for his first 2. And it's 22-18. Under 3 minutes to go in the first half. A little jump trap out high for Brownstown Central. Kirkland Hughes, 3, right of the key. It's off the rim, no good. Ball tipped around. Sullivan keeps it alive. Chad gathers it, and he is literally mugged across the arms as he comes down with that second chance opportunity. And Britton, he just got tangled up in a lot of bodies, and unfortunately his arm was across the 2 of Chad Sullivan, and he'll be called for the foul.
That foul on Britton is going to be his first and team second of the quarter. It will put Chad Sullivan to the free throw line, shooting 2.
Chad has struggled there, just 33% coming into today's ball game, as his first free throw is going to be too hard off the back of the rim, no good. Keep it a 4-point lead, as checking back in Eli Hutchinson for Brownstown. Taking a break will be Lincoln Britton for Brownstown Central.
Brownstown been fortunate. Covert's been able to play a little while with those 2 fouls, and he's still in there with 2:46 to go in the half.
Next one by Chad, a little bit better arc, and it's up and good for his 5th point of the day off the bench. And that will make it a 23-18, and the Rams will get a delay warning as Traylon Mitten got the ball out of the net and put it on the court, and it took a little roll away from the Braves underneath. So Paoli gets their warning for the delay of game, with 2:46 to go here in the first half play. Allows the Rams to set up in their 1-2-2 full court pressure. Covert in the back court to Dean. Dean picked up the dribble, needs some help. Finally gets Covert. Covert across the timeline. Goes up the left side to Garrison. Cross-court pass. Down the lane driving is Dean. Kick it out on the baseline. Down low, nowhere to Brock. Out into the corner. Garrison 3, up and good. Preston Garrison's got 5. One of the few threes Brownstown Central has made in this half, and then lead is cut down to 23-21 with 2:20 to go here in the first half of play. Out high is Cooper Spires to use down low. They missed Mitten, a lob across the way on the weak side as Brownstown Central's gone to a 2-3 zone. Right side, Apple skip it over the top to use. Fakes 3, 1 dribble, and lets the defender fly by. Now pulls up 3 on the way, no good. And underneath is Cooper Spires. He puts a shot up and good. Everybody was watching the play away from the basketball thinking there should have been a foul, but nothing called. And Spires has 6, 25-21. Coach Benner still pleading his case. In the middle, Brock drives down, kick it out into the corner. Covert's 3 on the way is good. Back-to-back threes in the first points of the game for Carter Covert. And all of a sudden, it's just a 1-point game, and the ball stolen away by Garrison at midcourt. He gives it up to Brock Dean. He drives the left side, or Kylis Brock, that is. And as he goes down, a great play by Dakota Apple to get a hand on top of the ball, and it will be a jump ball. Possession arrow, though, will keep it with Brownstown Central.
I think both teams would rather play at a quicker pace, but defensively, both have been solid, preventing runouts and whatnot. So it's really turned into a half-court game.
Hughes out, Padgett back in for the Rams. Along the baseline, Dean will look to throw it in. Gives it in to Brock. Brock passes it around the perimeter to Hutchinson. Rams stay in their half-court man up by 1 with 1:20 to go here in the first half of play. Work the weave out high, crossover, Dean down the lane, working on Apple all the way to the rim. Put the shot off the glass, no good. Foul will be called. Dakota was there, and Chad came over with the help as well. We'll see who gets the personal foul.
I think they might have stuck that on Dakota Apple. They will. That's going to be his first and team first of this second quarter, but it will send Brock Dean to the free throw line for Brownstown.
Free throw rattles off for Dean, the 6'1 junior, no good. Keeps the score at 25-24. Both quarters have played out where the Rams have had the best advantage early on, and Brownstown late in the quarter. Second free throw bounces high off the heel of the rim, up and through. 5th point of the day for Brock Dean. 25-25 with 1:13 to go in the first half of play. Rams work it up against a half-court trap to Apple on the right wing. Apple jump pass out high to Spires. Spires fires into the lane to Padgett. Quick pass out to Apple. Right back to Spires on the right wing. Looks to lob it over the top. He gives it over to Sullivan, but the pass hit the rim. Coming out of there with it quickly down the right side is Brock. Brock gives it over to Dean. Dean double team. Gets it finally out to Hutchinson. Garrison, 3 left side, in and out, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Chad Sullivan. Rushing it up to Spires. Gets all the way to the elbow. Jump pass in the corner to Padgett around the perimeter to Apple. Kick it out to Mitten. Mitten will pull it back out with the dribble to Sullivan. Sullivan on that low block. He's in a double team, carves out some room, puts it on the floor. Lost it, goes up with it. And coming out of there with it was Kylis Brock, but a foul going to be called, and that will be on Brownstown Central.
And Brock will be the one to pick up that foul. That's going to be his second and team third. That will put Sullivan, they're going to say shooting, so he'll get a couple of more free throws.
Just 27.3 seconds to go in the 25-25 ball game here in the first half of play. Free throw by Chad, too hard, in and out, no good. Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Rams have struggled at the line this year, just 53% as a team.
And shooting about 50% on the day so far today.
This is a trip that Chad will try and do, and he makes 1 out of 2. Gives him 6 off the bench. Comes in as the Rams' leading scorer at 13.2. Ian will come in. Chad will come out with 27 seconds to go. Rams will set up their full court pressure. Brock Dean will throw it in. Covert joins him in the backcourt. Gives it off to Covert. Back to Dean. To Covert. Work down that left sideline if possible. Covert, though, takes it with the dribble. Gets near midcourt. Pass it over on the right side to Dean. Dean right along that 10-second line. Will back away in a double-team pass. Deflected. Loose on the floor. Bodies all over the floor. Covert comes out of there with it. He'll kick it out in the corner to Garrison. Garrison pump fake. Dribbles in. A long 3 from the right side by Dean is way off the mark. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll be Rams basketball with 2.8 seconds to go.
Not a lot of time, but enough time. Get it inbounds. Get a couple of dribbles if you get pointed in the right direction, at least on the pass.
Quickly coming in, Kirkland Usey and Sullivan out, and Lincoln Britton in, and coming out Covert with those 2 fouls. But he's done a great job not picking up that third foul in this first half.
Yeah, really did an excellent job playing with those 2.
Rams the length of the court to go. See what they want to run. Give it into Spires on the run. Behind the back dribble. Launches from half court. Oh, it's off the front of the rim. Got a nice clean look, did Cooper, but just comes up short. And we'll go to the halftime break on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Rams lead it by 1, 26-25. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
The holiday season can be demanding enough without having to also plan year-end investment and tax strategies. Raymond James Financial Advisors, Jamie Sullivan and Jenny Baker, can help make it easier, freeing you up to spend more time with loved ones and less time concerned about finances. Please call 812-849-2670, located in Mitchell, to get started. Wishing you and yours a happy, healthy holiday season and a prosperous new year. Raymond James and Associates Incorporated. Member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC. Life well planned.
Springer Insurance is proud to support our Paoli Rams as they work toward a successful season. The hard work that goes into training and preparation is something we truly value. Mark, Daniel, Thomas, and Greg will work with our team at Indiana Farmers Insurance to find the best coverage for your home, auto, farm, or business. Visit us at Springer Insurance in Orleans or call 812-865-3133. We love taking care of customers as much as we love our Rams. Go Rams!
Rams lead it by 1 here at the half as we begin the Whitfield Investments halftime report. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how West can keep you on track with your goals now and in the future. 1 tie, 2 lead changes in the first 2 quarters of play. Rams jumped out to a 3-0 lead, kept that lead midway through that first quarter of play, and led it 8-6 with 2:25 to go. Got it up to a 9-6 ball game on a 1 out of 2 at the free throw line by Justin Thornton. But then it was Brownstown going on a mini run of their own as they had a 6-1 run at one point and led 9-12 before the Rams run a great play to close out on a 2-point basket by Dakota Apple to make it 12-11. Paoli then opens up that second quarter of play on a 7-0 run. In fact, it took Brownstown Central all the way down to the 4:30 mark before they were able to score in that second period of play. Then once Brownstown got their feet underneath of them, they were able to connect on a couple of three-pointers, and you know what that means. Wham, bam, you're right back into this game. And, in fact, the Braves able to close that lead down to 23-21 before Paoli got a 2-point basket up and good by Cooper Spires down the lane. Made it 25-21, but then a three-pointer by Covert made it 25-24. We were tied at 25-25, 1 out of 2 at the line by Brock Dean before the Rams able to get a 1 out of 2 opportunity by Chad Sullivan, and that's the way the first half comes to a close, 26-27. Paoli on top. Rebounding very close. The Rams with 10, 3 second chance opportunities. Brownstown 8 rebounds with 1 offensive board. Both teams about even in the turnover department, 6 for Paoli and 7 for the Braves. We're at the Whitfield Investments halftime report. Paoli on top, 26-25. When we return, we'll take a look at team and individual stats. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Well, we've got 2 quarters in the books right now. Paoli, a slim lead at 26-25 over Brownstown. The Whitfield Investments halftime report continues as we take a look at some of the stats from first half action. Paoli wound up shooting 45% overall, 9 of 20 from the field. They were 4 of 9 in the first quarter. Followed that up with 5 of 11 shooting in the second quarter of play. Included in that 9 of 20 overall figure is 0 for 6 three-point shooting for Paoli. So 0 for 6 from three-point range, 9 out of 14 from two-point range for the Rams so far on the day. They've left a few points at the free throw line as well, making just 5 of 10 in that first half at 50%. As far as Brownstown is concerned, they shoot it at an even 50% in the first half, 10 of 20 overall, 5 of 9 to start, and then 5 out of 11 in the second quarter of play. Included in that 10 of 20 overall figure is 2 of 8 three-point shooting for Brownstown at 25%. They only got 1 three-point shot in the first quarter, but then fired it up 7 times. That's more like them in the second quarter of play, made just 2 of those 7. At the free throw line, Brownstown 3 out of 4 in the first 2 quarters of play. 26-25, that's your halftime score. Paoli is out in front by 1. We'll take a break, and when the Whitfield Investments halftime report continues, we'll be taking a look at individual scoring from first half action. You're listening to Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jeremy Payton, your Bedford Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones and Jeremy Payton is a proud sponsor of high school sports on WUME. For all of your investment needs, call Jeremy Payton or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hi, this is John Bender. Cooler weather, it's on its way. The Department of Energy says a properly insulated home can save you up to 20% off your heating and cooling expense. So make sure your home is properly insulated this fall. The Owens Corning ProCat Low-Fill Insulation System makes it quick and affordable to properly insulate your home. You can do it yourself, or we can recommend a contractor to help you. Learn how easy you can add insulation with the ProCat Insulation System by visiting us at Bender Lumber. Local people serving local needs for over 90 years.
Well, the Whitfield Investments halftime report continues as Paoli a 1-point lead here at the half at 26-25 over Brownstown. Looking at individual scoring for Paoli in the first 2 quarters of play, Dane Padgett leads the way, 8 points for Dane. Paoli does have that advantage inside and took advantage of it often with Padgett and with Chad Sullivan. Sullivan next on the list with 6 points here at the half. Cooper Spires matches him. He's also got 6. Then 3 points for Ian Sullivan, 2 for Dakota Apple, and a single point for Justin Thornton. As far as Brownstown is concerned, Eli Hutchinson leading the way, 6 points for him. Kylis Brock also with 6 points, both of them big in that first quarter of play. Then 5 points apiece for Brock Dean and for Preston Garrison, 3 points for Carter Covert. Scores by the quarters, Paoli was down after 12-11. Paoli outscores Brownstown in the second quarter 15-13, and Paoli leads it by 1 here at the half. When the Whitfield Investments halftime report continues, well, we'll just about be ready to get you ready for second half action. You're listening to Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good.
Just about ready for second half action as we wrap up the Whitfield Investments halftime report. Gives us a chance to pass along the girls' score from earlier today. Paoli girls in action at Austin. Big tournament up there. And the Paoli girls, they struggled in the first game today, losing to Jeffersonville 72-25. We're underway, second half action, as Paoli begins with possession of the basketball.
Go to Apple along with Ian Sullivan, Cooper Spires, Dane Padgett, and Traylon Mitten. Rams go with their starting five. Lob it down low. Here's Ian Sullivan in the lane. His shot off the glass, no good. Bounced around a couple of times, goes out of bounds. It'll go over to Brownstown Central, who will go with their starting five of Brock Dean, Eli Hutchinson, Lincoln Britton, Preston Garrison, and Carter Covert. Rams extend full court pressure, 1-2-2. In the backcourt, Dean has it. Lob it long up court to Garrison. He'll give it off to the trailer. That is Dean. Dean at the free throw line, dribbles down inside the arc, crosses over. Nice move on the baseline, reverses left to right, shot in and out, no good. Ball tipped around and tipped out of there. Apple has it 2-on-1, dribbles right side. Dakota all the way to the rim, lays it up and in. 4 on the day for Dakota. Rams lead it by 3. Brownstown still upset a foul wasn't called at the other end. Quickly to the offensive end is Brock. He drives, gives it off to Hutchinson, who lays it up and in as Brownstown continues to attack that Rams full court pressure. 8 on the day for Eli Hutchinson. Out front with it, Mitten to the right of the key. Rams working against the man-to-man. Mitten to the left wing. Hands it off to Spires. Thought about 3, but did not pull the trigger. To Sullivan, to Apple to the left of the key. Back over to Mitten. Mitten to the free throw line. Bounce pass down the lane. Cutting is Apple. Nowhere to go. Reverses it out. Padgett has it down in the lane. His jump shot from about 5 feet. Little baby hook up and good. 10 on the day for Dane. Rams lead it by 3 with 6:30 to go. Full court pressure. Covert in the middle. Gives it up to Hutchinson. Hits the trailer. That's Dean down the lane. Dean, nice shovel pass to Garrison. And a touch pass over to Hutchinson to the left of the rim and lays it up and in. 10 for Hutchinson. Good ball movement by the Braves. Cut the lead down to 1. 6:15 and counting in the third. Out front, Mitten lobs it over the top to Apple to Spires in the corner. Spires around the perimeter. Jump pass out high to Sullivan. Ian to the left elbow. Keeps the dribble alive. Now picks it up. Bounce pass down low to Sullivan, or Spires. His shot no good. Ball tipped around. Finally, Dean with the rebound. Brings it up with the dribble. Fakes. Now drives left side. Shot no good. Has a good job by Brock Dean to go coast to coast. Nobody stopped the dribble penetration, and he'll be rewarded with a couple of free throws.
And it looks like that foul's going to go on Cooper Spires. That's going to be his second and team first. And we'll send Brock Dean to the free throw line. Deceptively quick is what I would say about Dean. He seems to be able to get wherever he wants to go.
Missed that first free throw to keep it a 30-29 ball game. By the way, Bert was telling you about the girls. They have another game against Trinity Lutheran this afternoon at 4:30 at Austin. Second free throw is up and good. He's got 6, and we're tied 30-30 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Spires into the offensive end. All alone, Sullivan doesn't take the 3. Skip it over the top to Dakota Apple. Apple on the left wing, reverses it with the dribble. Comes to the right side to Spires. He's not afraid. He'll launch 3. It's off the rim. No good. Rebound Mitten. Lets traffic clear. Drives down in the lane. Put it up in traffic softly off the rim and good for Trey Mitten. His first 2 of the day. And the Rams lead it by 2 with 5:28 to go in the third. Allows the Rams to set up full court pressure. Down the left sideline, Mitten gets a hand on it. Taps it around. Takes it away. Mitten the other way with the steal. Takes it all the way in. Crossover move. Put it up in front of the rim. His shot no good. And the rebound comes down to Dean. And a foul will be called on Paoli.
Now, Paoli trying to get back into the play, get possession of that basketball, and Padgett, he's going to be the one stuck with the foul. That's going to be his first. And team second of the quarter gives it to Brownstown, length of the court to go, and Paoli will extend full court pressure.
Underneath, it'll be Kylis Brock. He'll get it into Dean. Dean along the baseline. Rams go full court, man-to-man pressure. Apple has the assignment of Dean. Dean will bring it up with the dribble, and the pass tip. Apple goes after it. Can he save it? No, he cannot. Right along the sideline.
Just about had it. He just needed another inch or so, and probably could have come down inbounds with it and thrown it into back court. But as it is, off of Paoli out of bounds, Brownstown's got it.
Kirkland Hughes into the game for the Rams on the sideline. Dean needs some help, and a timeout going to be taken by Coach Dave Benner. 5:06 to go. Rams lead it by 2 in the third quarter. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Invest where it matters most, in the people and the potential of Orange County. Over the last decade, through the power of giving, the Orange County Community Foundation has helped thousands achieve their dreams, distributing numerous dollars in scholarships and grants from endowed funds. And we're just getting started. Scholarship applications will open soon, giving Orange County students the chance to unlock new opportunities, realize their full potential, and leave their mark on the world. Plus, be on the lookout for details on our unrestricted grants program, empowering local nonprofits to continue their philanthropic work and address the most pressing needs in our community. In 2024 alone, this grant cycle poured over $85,000 into our community, supporting many programs. Looking to make a lasting difference? Start a fund with us today and create a legacy that grows year after year. Call us at 812-723-4150 because your generosity shapes tomorrow. Together, we're building a better community. One scholarship, one grant, one legacy at a time.
Out of the timeout, Brownstown gets the ball in and dribble penetration by Brock Dean. Then a foul going to be called on Paoli on the reach-in foul.
Yeah, Apple just reaching in, couldn't help himself, picks up his second, team third.
Out high to the right of the key, looking as Dean, and then we get a whistle away from the basketball. Hutchinson got tied up down there with Mitten along with Dane Padgett, and Hutchinson, I believe, will be whistled for that foul.
No, they're actually going to put it on 22 instead of 44. Covert picks it up, and that's going to be his third. That's a big foul against Brownstown, and that's the first on them as a team in the quarter.
Apple between the circles. The Rams go to the double high post set against the man-to-man. Apple to the left wing, reverses it back out to Spires. Here's Hughes, backs in along his defender. Little fadeaway 10-footer off the glass, no good. Rebound, Dane Padgett just muscles his way up in front of the rim, lays it up, and good. Padgett again just too strong for his 12th point of the day, and the Rams a 4-point lead, 4:25 in county. Brock in the backcourt, give it off to Dean. He'll hand it off to Garrison. He turns the corner, kick it out on the right side. Brock fakes three, dribbles in on the baseline. The ball goes out of bounds. It's off the foot of Tyler Brock. And for Brownstown, that'll be turnover number 9.
Substitution for Brownstown. Britton will check back in, and Hutchinson will go out. Hutchinson's been the main offensive force for Brownstown so far this afternoon. He's got 10 points.
Checking back in for the Rams will be Chad Sullivan, as he'll take the place of Dane Padgett in that Rams lineup. Kirkland Hughes in there as well. Spires will bring it up with the dribble, gets the screen right side all alone. He spots Dakota Apple off the screen on the baseline, lays it up and good. Dakota catches it, lays it up in one motion, and the Rams a 6-point lead, and that's 6 on the day for Dakota. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third. Ball gets in the middle of the court to Britton, work it right side to Brock. Back to Britton around the perimeter to Dean. Dean used up the dribble. Rams in their half-court man-to-man. Driving down right side. Brock kicks it out in the corner. 3, and actually it's banked off the side by Britton. And he has 3, makes it 36-33. But that's a strong suit of this Brownstown Central team. Oh, a nice backdoor cut from Hughes to Dakota Apple, but Dakota couldn't hold on to that pass. Goes through his fingertips out of bounds.
Paoli continuing to look to run. And they have been successful doing that for the most part today against this Brownstown team. Of course, Brownstown had the game earlier today, and Paoli hoping that that takes something out of their legs late in this ball game.
Rams continue to full-court press. Britton across the timeline right in front of the bench of Brownstown Central. Timeout taken by Coach Nope, just going to call it carry over.
Yeah.
You don't see that called very often anymore.
I mean, it's got to be obvious for that to be called, but he got under the ball, rolled it over, and put the dribble down, and that'll turn it over to Paoli.
Did it on the worst place in the court, right in front of your own coach. 36-33, Rams up by 3 as we near the 3-minute mark of the third quarter on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Apple to the right of the key against the man-to-man. Bounce pass to Ian between the circles. Ian will give it off to Apple, right side to Thornton. Thornton looks for cutters down low. Here's Spires down the lane, shovels it back to Ian. Ian turns the corner down the left side all the way to the rim, lays it up and good on a strong move. 5 on the day for Ian Sullivan. Rams lead by 5 with 2:45 to go in the third. Quickly, Britton down the lane. His pass blocked and stolen by Spires. Spires drives in, crossover, put it up, would not go, but a blocking foul going to be called as the Rams defense looking to create offense.
And they got it out of the defensive end to the offensive end real quick. Brownstown only one player back, and that was Brock Dean. He tried to draw a charge, was not there in time. That's going to be his second foul and second on the team as well.
Free throw up and good by Cooper Spires. He's got 7 on the day. Got a chance to talk with Coach Dave Minner. Said he's going to be headed to Wisconsin to see his son Jack and Purdue play here after today's games, or tomorrow's game, I should say. And that one is up and good. Got them both. Makes it 39-34. He said he's been able to catch most of the Boilermakers games so far, but I'm sure that's going to change as he gets deeper into the schedule and have to make up some of those 3 games that they've already lost.
All right, we'll have to correct the score again. 40.
There we go. We got it.
Should be.
And it is a 6-point lead. Lob it over the top, but there is Traylon Mitten to step in front of the intended receiver. Literally, he comes up with a steal. Then as he gets near the midcourt stripe, foul going to be called, and this time Coach Benner will be on the floor to call a timeout. 2:33 to go in the third. Rams up by 6. You're listening to Rams basketball, a Mix 95.3.
Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good.
Looking for top-notch fuel that keeps your engine running smoothly? Pull into Riley Oil, your trusted supplier of marathon fuels. With convenient locations in Paoli, Orleans, and Hardinsburg, we've got you covered. Enjoy the ease of paying at the pump 24/7, or swing by Paoli where we'll pump the gas for you. Grab a snack and drink and be on your way with Riley Oil, fueling your journey every mile of the way.
There's 2:33 left in the third quarter. That's the time showing on the Sullivan Financial Consulting and Raymond James scoreboard. Paoli, their biggest lead of the day at 40-33, and Paoli's got possession of the basketball.
See what the Braves do out of this timeout. Rams working with their biggest lead of the day. High post pass, give it off to Mitten. See if the Rams can score out of the timeout. Traylon used up the dribble, back out to Ian. Ian to the left of the key, between the legs, pulls it up to Chad. Chad right back to Ian between the circles. Ian bounce pass down low, but a nice play underneath by Dean. The ball tipped away, mad scramble, loose on the floor, and last touch there by Brownstown Central. And the man that did it was the young freshman Alex Hobson, number 10, who checked in at that break for the first time. Hobson, 6'125", and a freshman. Rams get the ball back with 2:05 to go. Here's Thornton muscling his way down the lane, puts up a little 5-footer right in front of the rim, up and good. First bucket of the day for Justin. He's got 3 on the afternoon. Rams lead it by 9 with 1:55 to go in the third. Down the right sideline, Brock has it with the dribble, works one-on-one, crosses over, goes down the lane, lost it, fires it outside. Hobson, a nice save. Colbert may have twisted an ankle just a bit, but he looks like he's up and okay. Rams a trap on the right sideline. They've got Brock in a world of hurt. Finally find Hobson, who drives in. His pass, though, goes out of bounds as Garrison couldn't reach out with one hand and grab it. But again, Bert, it was a chaos created by the Rams defense.
Yeah, defense on the sideline especially. They gave him nowhere to go with it and kept the ball on this side of the court, which made it a whole lot easier to defend that.
Rams working on a 9-point lead with 1:29 to go. Spires to Sullivan. Here's Ian down the lane. Kick it off to Thornton. He pulled up 15-footer right wing. It rattles in and out. No good. Tipped around. Chad Sullivan with the offensive rebound. Back up and in. Rams' first double-digit lead of the day. 8-point of the day for Chad Sullivan off the bench. 44-33. Rams continue to put on full court pressure. In the backcourt, Dean has it. Give it up on the right side to Garrison. Garrison across the timeline will now slow it up. Used up that dribble. Comes over to Hobson to Garrison. Garrison with under a minute to go down low to Covert, and his pass is out of bounds as Hobson kind of juked to the left and got out of that passing lane. And all of a sudden now Brownstown Central, 14 turnovers in this game, 7 of them, though, here in this quarter.
And it's been a big run from Paoli. At the 5:49 mark, we were tied at 30. Since then, Paoli on a 14-3 run. and that run, they made 1-3 in the middle of it, but otherwise Paoli's just gapped it out, and it's actually an 8-0 run right now.
Rams work against some double teams in the backcourt and reaching in, and Kylis Brock tried to get the ball and ended up just grabbing the arm of Cooper Spires.
Well, and it's a good job by Spires that time, not letting him just reach in like that. He got the arm in there, positioned it, drew the foul. That is actually a big one on Brownstown because Kylis Brock has now picked up his third, and that's the third team foul as well.
Actually going to be the 15th foul on Brownstown, according to the official score. So shooting free throws will be Cooper Spires. The first one is up. It rattles around, no good. 46.6 seconds to go. Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard, wrapping up the third quarter of play in game number 3 here today of the Jefferson County Boys Basketball Invitational Tournament. Second free throw rattles around, and it rolls out no good. And Eli Hutchinson checks in. He's been on the bench a long time in this third quarter. Running it down the right sideline, give it off out front to Garrison. Garrison used up the dribble to Covert. He'll swing it left side to Dean. Dean with the dribble against the man-to-man to Brock. Down the lane, nowhere to go for Brock. Give it off to Dean. Dean crosses over at the free throw line, backs his way in. There's contact, no foul. Then he throws the shot up, and all of a sudden it's going to be a travel and no foul.
Yeah, the lesser of the two Eagles for Brownstown could have easily been a charge when he shuffled the feet, tripping over the man that he had knocked to the floor that resulted in the travel. So Brownstown, they'll be okay with that. Either way, they're going to lose the basketball. And now Paoli, length of the court to go, leading by 11 with just 23 seconds left in the quarter.
Apple and Thornton back in. Dakota has it, weaves his way through traffic, top of the key to Padgett. Padgett could have went to the basket instead. The Rams going to pull it out and hold for one to close out this quarter. Right side, Hughes, give it up out front to Apple with 10 seconds to go. See what the Rams want to do here as they set up their play. Overload that left side. Apple around a double screen, looking down low. Nobody open to Thornton. His pass going to be blocked out of bounds by Brock on a good defensive play, giving the Rams only 1.1 second remaining here in this third quarter of play. Cooper Spires will come into the ball game. Maybe the Rams might take a timeout to draw up a play, but not so much, leading by 11.
And that was actually a really good job defensively by Brownstown. The play was designed to get Kirkland Hughes open for that three on the left wing as he comes off, but they covered it up.
Right back quickly from Padgett to Spires. Three at the horn is off the rim, no good. And that'll send it to the fourth quarter of play with Paoli on top, 44-33. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
You can make a difference in the life of abused and neglected children in Orange County. I'm Orange County Circuit Court Judge Steve Owen, and we have a court-appointed special advocate program, or CASA, right here in Orange County, and we need your help. There's no special skills required, and we can train you on the skills that are needed. All you have to do is just call today and tell us that you want to help us help these children feel safe and loved here in Orange County. That's Orange County CASA at 812-653-4889.
When you become a member at Hoosier Hills Credit Union, you're not just banking locally, you're investing in your community. We provide checking and savings accounts, loans for cars and homes, and smart financial advice. But beyond our walls, Hoosier Hills donates money and service hours to strengthen our communities by supporting youth programming, animal welfare, homeless shelters, local events, and more. Join Hoosier Hills and partner with a financial team that's as invested in your community as you are. Hoosier Hills Credit Union. Belong to something more. Visit HoosierHills.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
A big third quarter for the Rams to break open this game to give them their biggest lead of the afternoon at 44-33 here in the Jefferson County Boys Basketball Invitational 20th, the 79th edition of this particular holiday tournament. And the Rams look to start off pool play 1-0. They've got 8 minutes to go. And the way that Brownstown can shoot threes, they're never out of a ball game. So Paoli still has to get the job done here in the final 8 minutes of this contest. They'll start off this fourth quarter with Chad Sullivan, Dane Padgett, Dakota Apple, along with Kirkland Hughes and Traylon Mitten. Brownstown goes with Carter Covert. He'll be joined out there by Preston Garrison, Eli Hutchinson, and also joining them will be Kylis Brock off the bench, along with number 20, Brock Dean. Brownstown will get it to start this fourth quarter of play. They come out against the Rams man-to-man. Out high with it is Dean, and as Dean makes a move along the perimeter, there's a foul going to be called, and Dane Padgett will be called for the reach-in foul. And the Rams, for the most part, have done a good job staying out of foul trouble today.
Today they have. Padgett, just his second personal foul. Team foul number 1 of the quarter.
Inbounds pass comes to Garrison right along the sideline. He'll give it back over to Brock. Brock between the legs dribble, gets to the free throw line, kick it out to Dean. Dean to the right of key, backs out, launches three. It's going to be short, and that will be Paoli basketball. Brownstown really had a legitimate claim there that he might have got foul on the shooting hand, but nothing was called. Rams will get it underneath their basketball. Hughes has it in the backcourt against full court pressure. Brownstown got to turn up the wick. Hughes double team in the backcourt. Down on the floor goes Brock. We get a jump ball called, as this time Brownstown able to turn up the intensity on the defensive end. And a jump ball possession should give it over to Paoli.
Shooting percentages through the first three quarters. Paoli 17 of 35 overall, 49%. They were 8 of 15 in that third quarter. Paoli still 0 for three-point shooting, 0 for 8 on the day. Brownstown, they were 3 out of 4 in that third quarter, but only 4 field goal attempts against this Paoli defense, and they're shooting 13 of 24 overall.
Rams having a tough time getting in as Brownstown overplaying every passing lane. A foul going to be called on the Braves. 30 seconds in.
That foul's going to be trouble because Brock picks it up. That's going to be his fourth and team first of the quarter.
Coach Benner going to leave him in, saying, might as well. We're down by 11. He's not going to help us on the bench. Apple picked up the dribble in the backcourt, fires it way down court in the corner off the fingertips of Hughes, throws it back in, and it comes right to the hands of Covert. So Paoli not handling the pressure. Quickly the other way, three top of the key by Dean. In and out, no good. Hughes has the rebound for Paoli. He'll bring it up with the dribble in the corner to Mitten on the right side, and the Rams slow it down in the offensive end. Here's Apple try to pass down low. It's deflected. It's loose, and Mitten goes after that loose ball along with Covert, and a foul going to be called on Paoli.
Yeah, loose ball scramble situation, and Mitten's going to be called for a bump. That's going to be his first and team second of the quarter, and gives it to Brownstown 3/4 of the court to come.
Played nearly a minute of this fourth quarter. 44-33 is still our score. Out high with the basketball is Dean to the left of the key against the Rams man-to-man. Hutchison and Mitten get tied up. Here's a long three by Dean, up and good to the left of the key. Told you they can get back in it quickly. That's 9 for Dean, full court pressure. Apple across the timeline with the dribble, kick it out to Mitten. Mitten all the way to the baseline right side, lays it up and good. Good job by Trey Mitten to attack the basket. It's at 46-36, his fourth point of the day. Pace quicking. Hutchinson across the timeline, handed off to Covert. Covert with the basketball. It takes along the spike line, and we get a screen and a lot of bodies tangled up right at the free throw line. And the Rams are not going to be happy with this call, thinking that the defender got held up, but instead the foul will go on Trey Mitten.
Mitten has picked up a couple of quick ones here in this quarter. That's his second of the day, and team foul number 3 in the quarter.
6:20 and counting in the ball game. Rams up by 10. Stay in their half-court man-to-man. Out high, Garrison with the basketball to Dean. Dean gets a screen out high, can't use it on the switch. Dean has himself covered up quickly, and Mitten, again, very aggressive, will be called for the personal foul.
Too aggressive, and you know it. He's picked up 3 in this quarter. Team foul number 4 in the quarter. You don't want to put this Brownstown team on the line, but only one more foul. Paoli puts them on the line in the bonus.
Garrison back to Covert. Here's 3 on the way. It's good as Covert got a clean look. He's got 6, and it's 46-39. Apple will bring it up with the dribble. Jump pass over to Spires. Spires between two defenders, gets to the free throw line, looking down low. Nobody opens. Got Mitten. Mitten turns down the lane. Shot up in traffic. No good. Foul called as he and Hutchinson collided down in the paint.
Yeah, Mitten forcing the issue that time. Kind of leaned in on Hutchinson, who couldn't stop from leaning in himself. That's the first on Hutchinson. And second on Brownstown as a team. Mitten to the free throw line. Paoli shooting just a 50% on the day.
And Mitten's first free throw rattles off, no good. Trey comes in 57% at the line.
Paoli 7 of 14 through the first 3 quarters. That was their first of the fourth quarter.
5:47 to go. Second free throw up and good. 5 on the day for Traylon. And Hughes will come out, and Chad Sullivan re-enters for Paoli. It is an 8-point ball game. Rams extend their full court pressure. Get it into Dean in the backcourt. Brock has it. Brock Finally to Garrison, and Garrison will take it down the left sideline with the dribble, gets it across the 10-second line at the Cubs logo here at Madison. Jump pass, high post to Hutchinson. Hutchinson lets traffic clear, hands it off to Brock. Brock to the right of the key, looking, see if they can set some screens, Brownstown, and get some three-point looks. Out high, Garrison between the circles to Dean. Down low to Hutchinson, working in. Spin move on the baseline against Chad. Muscles his way in, reverses it from right to left off the glass, and good. 12 on the day for Eli Hutchinson. It's 47-41 as full court pressure by the Braves with 5+ minutes to go here in the backcourt with it. Cooper Spires bounce pass ahead to Apple. Apple down low. He tries to go to Chad. Chad muscles his way up and good off the glass, and a foul called. And the Rams will have a three-point play opportunity as Chad Sullivan gets his 10th point of the ball game.
Sullivan to get a chance to add to that total. That was team foul number 3 whistled against Brownstown. It goes on Brock Dean, and that is his third.
We're a tick under 5 minutes to go. 49-41. Free throw by Chad. Rattles around. No good. Rebound, no by Padgett. Falls out of bounds. Gives it to Dakota Apple, who lays it up and in. So good hustle play that time by the Rams. 8 for Apple. 51-41. Lead back up to 10. Quickly down court comes Dean. Has the ball tipped away. Loose. Bad scramble. Covert comes out of there with it. Give it off on the right side to Brock. Brock jump pass out to Covert. His 3 left of the key off the rim. No good. Couple of Brownstown players fight for it. Finally, Brock has it. He'll load up 3 out of the left corner. No good. Rebound, no by Hutchinson. Lays it up and good in one motion. And Brownstown able to keep it in contact here. 14 for Hutchinson. And a reach-in foul at the midcourt stripe called on Kylis Brock with 4:24 to go. And now all of a sudden Madison has 14 fouls as well.
That foul,
Brownstown Central here at Madison.
Now that foul on Brock, that's going to be his 5th. So he will foul out of the ball game. Team foul number 4 whistled on Brownstown here in the quarter. Paoli, they will inbound just in front of the Brownstown bench, leading it by 8.
Apple will work it across the timeline, bobbled it, got it back ahead to Mitten. Mitten heads right down the lane, kick it off on the baseline to Padgett, shovels it back out to Mitten, and the Rams reset. Spires has it to the right of the key against the man-to-man. Here's Padgett down the lane, splits 2 defenders up and good off the glass and counted as Paoli set that screen down low and Dane peeled off of it. He's got 14. He'll be at the line, comes in averaging just under 11 per ball game. And the lead back up to 10 near the midway point of this fourth quarter of play.
That foul on Eli Hutchinson of Brownstown, his 2nd. Team foul number 5 whistled on Brownstown in the quarter now.
Free throw is short, no good. Chad Sullivan went up high to get that rebound, and he'll be called for a foul.
Yep, and that foul on Chad, just his first, but it is team foul number 5, so we walk the length of the court to shoot free throws at this end.
Could be a long final 4:06 here this afternoon.
Well, and Paoli doesn't want to get into a free throw shooting contest. They want to continue playing the sticky defense, let's say. Brownstown not enjoying that at all, but when you can't guard them, it's a little easier to score.
Eli Hutchinson knocks it down, and this is what the Braves want to do. He's got 15 score with the clock not running, and Hutchinson has played well, particularly in this fourth quarter already. 4:06 to go. Second free throw up and good. 53-45, Paoli on top. Trying to win here in their first pool game of the day. Out high on the right side, Apple. Brownstown will go to a 1-3-1 half-court trap. Spires has the ball tipped away. Stolen coming out of there with it is Dean the other way for Brownstown. To Garrison, kick it out in the corner. Britton's 3 left side. Way off the mark, no good. And a weak side rebound pulled down by Spires. Bumping in the backcourt, no foul called. And now they're going to call a push-off foul on Cooper Spires as Garrison went to the floor.
Yeah, Garrison was trying to draw that charge. He was trying to be more physical than what Spires was. Spires picks up the foul. It was one of those deals where he's just kind of carrying that arm to the side with the ball in the other hand, and as he gets to him, he kind of raises up a little bit, makes it look like it's a little worse than what it was. Player control foul, so no free throws to be taken by Brownstown.
3:39 to go on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. 53-45, Paoli on top. It will be Brownstown ball, as you mentioned, control, no free throws on this particular possession. And for Brownstown, they're probably glad of that. They'd rather maybe chuck up a three here to see if they can get a couple of points closer. Again, just all kinds of jockeying around, and the official telling them, boys, let's take it easy here. Garrison across the timeline with the dribble, crosses over, pulls it back out, give it off to Dean. Dean off the screen, down the lane he goes, lost it, got it back, needs some help. Hutchinson fires it over to Garrison. Garrison low on that short corner right side, crosses over on Apple, cut off by Dakota. Give it up out front to Britton, back to Garrison. Garrison to Dean. Dean between the circles with the dribble, backs it in, kick it out to Garrison, fakes three, dribbles to the elbow, over on the right side. Three by Dean, it's off the rim, no good. Ball on the floor, good box out, and finally Mitten tracks it down for Paoli with 3 minutes to go, up 53-45. And a trap right at midcourt, but a timeout going to be taken by the Rams. 2:57 to go, Paoli on top, 53-45. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good.
You can make a difference in the life of abused and neglected children in Orange County. I'm Orange County Circuit Court Judge Steve Owen, and we have a court-appointed special advocate program, or CASA, right here in Orange County, and we need your help. There's no special skills required, and we can train you on the skills that are needed. All you have to do is just call today and tell us that you want to help us help these children feel safe and loved here in Orange County. That's Orange County CASA at 812-653-4889.
2:57 left in the ball game. Paoli an 8-point lead right now over Brownstown at 53-45. Paoli knocking down shots to start this quarter, 4 out of 4 from the field. Brownstown not knocking them all down, but they've also made 4 field goals. Have gotten a little bit closer because 2 of their made field goals were 3-pointers.
Rams get it out of the timeout in the half court. The Braves come out in their half-court man-to-man defense. Rams going to spread it out. High post to Apple. Bounce pass over to Mitten. We're down to 2:45 to go in the game. Brownstown going to have to come out. Both teams are in the bonus here for the rest of this ballgame. Pass is deflected, tipped away, and stolen. And coming up with at that time was Britton. Brownstown gets the job done on the defensive end. Can they convert offensively? Out high, Dean to Garrison. Back to Dean. Fakes, dribbles into the lane. Shot blocked from behind. Oh, no, it goes in actually. Got a piece of it. And a three-point play opportunity for Brock Dean, who came weaving his way down from that right wing.
A double whammy for Paoli. Turnover at one end and give up the 2 plus a foul at the other. Sullivan picks it up. That's Chad Sullivan, his second, already over the limit. As it is, Brock Dean was going to be going to the free throw line anyway. He's in double figures with 11 now.
That was the 12th turnover, by the way, for the Rams. 6 in each half so far in this game. 2:25 to go. Just a 6-point Rams lead. Free throw going to be short, no good, and Kirkland Hughes wades in there and gets that rebound for Paoli. Brownstown in their full-court man-to-man pressure. Apple to Hughes. Hughes looking down low, try to get it to Padgett, can't get it underneath. Out high, Spires to Apple at the free throw line. Rams again kind of semi-delay. Cooper Spires with the dribble, picked up that dribble to the left of the key, back to Mitten. Mitten lob it over the top to Spires. Spires jump pass to Padgett. Padgett whips across court. Driving in as Mitten puts a shot up off the glass. In and out, no good with under 2 minutes to go. Rebound pulled down by Colbert. Quickly to Garrison. Garrison into the offensive end will slow things down. He'll give it off to Dean. Dean to the right of the key, crosses over. Ball knocked away. He comes back up with it. Give it off to Britton. Back to Garrison. Garrison between the circles. Bounce pass to Dean. Dean faking. He traveled.
Yep. No doubt about it. Right out in the middle. Even the Brownstown folks say, yep, he did it. That'll turn it over, give it back to Paoli. Paoli on this offensive possession, got to be strong with the basketball. We're seeing some lazy passes and just giveaways that Brownstown's taken advantage of.
Rams get it inbounds. Spires has it. He'll bring it up across the timeline. 1:34 to go, and he is bumped in the backcourt. It's time Lincoln Britton put a hip check on him, and that will send the Rams point guard, Cooper Spires, to the free throw line.
That foul on Britton is going to be his second personal foul. Already over the limit is Brownstown. So Spires, who is 50% on the day, is back up there again.
This one, though, is up and good on the first attempt. 54-47, gets the lead back up to 7 with 1:32 to go. Hughes comes out. Chad Sullivan re-enters the lineup for Paoli. Cooper Spires, 6'1" and a senior, averaging 10.2 per ball game. Second free throw, got them both, 2 clutch, and he's right there with 10. 55-47, 90 seconds to go. Britton gives it off in the backcourt to Garrison. Garrison will bring it up with the dribble. Rams stay in their half-court man-to-man. Garrison gives it off to Dean. Dean to the left of the key. Tried to set a double screen for Britton. Couldn't get the shot off to Dean. Dean working one-on-one. Fires it down low. A great pump fake that time by Hutchinson, who reverses it left to right off the glass and good.
He's got 18.
55-49. Rams against the full court pressure. Spires bounce pass to Padgett. Goes from right to left. Oh, and they mug Chad Sullivan from behind. Rams are lobbying for an intentional foul. I believe that was Colbert who may have come in from behind to wrap him up around the head and shoulders. That's what they will call.
That is an intentional foul, so that will give Paoli free throws and the basketball. And we'll see that foul will go on Brock Dean. That's going to be his 4th. So Chad Sullivan will get 2 free throws, and then Paoli will get the basketball.
Rams and the Braves play a lot of each other in different sports, but boys basketball is not one of them. This is their first meeting since way back in 2014, so 11 years. As the free throw up and good by Chad Sullivan, gives him 11 off the bench today, nearing his average of 13. Make it 56-49 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Second free throw, and Chad got them both, but much better that time. And Paoli will get the basketball as well out near midcourt. Lead 57-49 with 1:02 to go in the ball game. And actually, they're going to say no, it was going to be underneath where the point of that foul occurred. So Paoli will get it just to the left of their basket along the baseline. Cooper Spires looks to trigger it in down the lane. He's got Apple who drives, put it up and good off the glass. Strong move by Dakota for his 10th point. Again, good balance today by the Rams, scoring 59-49, 52 seconds to go. Over it. Rams have kept him in check. Jump stop in the lane. Dean, fadeaway 10-footer up and good. Brock Dean's had a strong game. 59-51. Apple in the backcourt works against the full court pressure, and then he is going to be bodied up just across the 10-second line. Lincoln Britton, number 5, will be called for that foul. That'll stop the clock with 39.2 seconds to go.
On Britton, that'll be his 3rd personal foul, so he's still got a couple, and that will put Apple at the free throw line.
Dakota's first free throw is up, spins in and out, no good.
Well, maybe we're going to get on a bit of a roll that Paoli had made the last 4, actually the last 5 in a row.
Dakota coming in, hitting 50% on the season. Justin Thornton re-enters. Chad Sullivan will come out for Paoli. And Apple will try and make it a 1-for-2 trip here. If he can stretch that lead out, and one more point for Paoli. Shot is up. It's going to be way off the mark. No good. Rebound pulled down by Hutchinson. They give it off in the backcourt. Dean across the timeline with the dribble. Weaves his way to the top of the key. Back to Hutchinson. Hands it off to Dean. Dean in a double team. Nearly stolen by Spires. Keeps the ball alive. Drives down. Bounce pass to Hutchinson. Drives left side. Shot no good. But he is fouled by Justin Thornton. And he'll have to earn him at the free throw line with 24.1 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Thornton not willing to give up that easy 2 to Hutchinson. He commits the foul. That's the first on Thornton. And Hutchinson to the line. He has been there just twice so far today.
And he makes the first one, 59-52. Thornton will come out, Hughes back in for Paoli.
That for Hutchinson, by the way, his 19th point of the day. He started off hot and pretty well stayed that way other than the second quarter.
Free throw rattles around, no good. Tipped around, out of bounds. Padgett will touch it last. It'll be Brownstown Central basketball. With 22.5, try to get a substitution in, but Coach Benter says, no, we hit a 3 here. Yeah. We're just down by 2 possessions.
Yeah, it was going to be offense for defense, and they got the ball back for offense.
Oh, they had Colbert, missed him in the lane. Fired out high to Garrison. Garrison going to couple of dribbles, 3 on the way, short, no good. Ball loose down the lane, fighting for it, still loose on the floor. Mad scramble. Everybody piling on. It's going to be a... possession error.
Now we got called as Brock Dean. He got stuck at the bottom of the pile. A couple of the Paoli kids around him, and he was pushing Padgett to get him off while they were on the floor. The official called that real quick, and will send him to the bench, I believe, for Brownstown.
Well, we hate to say it, but we can remember a time or two at Brownstown when things got out of hand in a ball game, which is really one of the reasons they don't play each other in basketball.
It is, and it's a shame. But, these the teams typically are very much the same, very physical, and not willing to give up anything.
And we got an irate fan who can be heard all over the gym as a free throw up by Spires is good, and the only players on the floor just kind of turn around and look at her. That's 11 on the day for Cooper Spires, right at his average, 60-52 with 14.4 seconds remaining in the game. Second free throw rattles off, no good. And the Rams should get the basketball at midcourt. And we see some substitutions coming in. Dylan Tope, number 14. Alex Hobson, who saw action earlier, is in. Caden Booker, number 33, a sophomore, will check back in. And also 23, Camden Neerman. And the Rams are empty as well with Landon Smith coming in along with Colton Beckley. Cade Walls will come in and Ian Sullivan as well for the final 14.5 as the Rams will open up pool play with the win here today over Brownstown Central. Rams just going to get it across the timeline and they can play the string out as Cade Walls ball on hip will give it out to Thornton between the circles down to 5 seconds to go. And that will be your ball game here today as the Rams open up pool play in the Jefferson County Invitational Boys Basketball Tournament with a 60-52 win over Brownstown as they get set for game number 2 this evening against Southwestern. But the Rams do what you need to do, and that's win in your opening game. Paoli with that win improves now to 5-0. Brownstown Central will fall to 4-2. Again, your final on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard, Paoli 60, Brownstown Central 52. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
In need of a financial checkup? Consider Whitfield Investments for comprehensive investment advice and wealth management services. As a passionate Paoli native, Wes Whitfield places the needs of his clients first as he works to grow a stronger, financially savvy community of investors, families, and individuals. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can help you stay on track with your goals, both now and in the future.
Rams victorious in their first game of the 79th Annual Jefferson County Boys Basketball Invitational here at Madison High School. Again, your final 60-52 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. As we begin our post-game show, Buddy's Food and Fuel on North Gospel Street in Paoli brings you our post-game show here this afternoon. This was a tight ball game through the first half of play. We had one tie and two lead changes. In fact, Brownstown Central led at the end of one, 12-11, before the Rams were able to take a one-point lead into the halftime break, 26-25. But then Paoli able to use a big run in that third quarter. It was tight at 30-30 with 5:49 to go. Then Paoli able to close out on a 12-3 run in that third quarter of play. And actually it was an 8-0 run to close out the final 3:42 as the Rams were able to enjoy a 44-33 lead at the end of three. Brownstown, though, came right back out to start that fourth quarter and nailed a three-pointer to make it 44-36 from Brock Dean. But Paoli just kind of kept them at bay, even though Brownstown Central able to close it down to 6 points on a couple of occasions. Paoli hits enough free throws down the stretch 2 big ones by Cooper Spires, 2 big ones by Chad Sullivan, and then Spires 1 out of 2 with 14 seconds to go to give the lead, the final of 60-52. Paoli here in their opening game in the Jefferson County Boys Basketball Invitational Tournament here at Connor Salm Gymnasium. As Paoli, they were able to win the rebounding battle here today by a total of 4. Paoli 19 rebounds, 7 on the offensive end. For Brownstown Central, 15 rebounds, 3 second chance opportunities. Paoli 12 turnovers in this contest, 6 in each half, while for Brownstown Central they had 16 turnovers, and you heard Coach Dave Benner said in the pregame they'd have to take care of the basketball, and that's way too many for his liking in their loss here today as they committed, again, 16 miscues in the ball game, 9 of them in the second half of play, as the Rams win it 60-52. When we continue with the Buddy's Food and Fuel postgame show, we'll take a look at team and individual stats. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Cal-Car Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot and mix asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Cal-Car Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Cal-Car Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed. Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595.
Rams make their first trip to Madison High School and come away with the win here in the opening round of the 79th Annual Jefferson County Boys Basketball Invitational, winning over Brownstown Central 60-52. And again, for the Rams today, Bert, good balance in this victory.
Oh, definitely. You look down at the book, 4 players in double figures, no real big numbers, but very consistent. Very balanced attack for Paoli here today, and they shoot it well. Other than the three-point line and maybe, I guess, the free throw line, but from inside the three-point line, they shoot it extremely well today. Paoli finished 22 out of 41 on the day, 54%. They were 5 of 6 in that fourth quarter of play, an excellent 83% there. Included in that 22 of 41 overall figure is 0 for 8 three-point shooting for Paoli. So from two-point range, 22 out of 33, 67%. You can live with that a lot of days. They shoot it really well, does Paoli. At the free throw line, still got some work to do because Paoli was just 13 out of 25 for the game, 52%. Got there plenty of times. Just got to make a better percentage there. They were 6 of 11 in that fourth quarter of play. As far as Brownstown is concerned, they shoot it really well. Not so well at the three-point line like they're used to, but they finished 20 of 38 overall, 53%. They were 7 of 14 in that fourth quarter of play. Included in the 20 of 38 overall figure is 5 out of 18 three-point shooting for Brownstown, 28%. A lot of games they may want 18 threes and a half, let alone for the ball game. But Paoli did an excellent job closing out on shooters today and limiting them to just 28% shooting on their three-point attempts. As far as the free throws are concerned for Brownstown, they were 7 of 11 on the day, 64%, 3 out of 5 in that fourth quarter of play. Again, your final score, Paoli over Brownstown 60-52. We'll take a break, and when the Buddies Food and Fuel postgame show continues, we'll be taking a look at some of the individual scoring from today's game. You're listening to Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
If you're retired or even thinking about retiring, you want someone to work as hard for your money as you have. Raymond James Financial Advisors Jamie Sullivan and Jenny Baker specialize in doing what's right for you in your retirement years and in educating you about your investments. If you'd like a fresh, objective, and thoughtful second opinion, contact Jenny or Jamie at 812-849-2670, located in Mitchell. Raymond James & Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange SIPC. Life well planned.
Rams victorious here today in the opening round of the 79th Annual Jefferson County Boys Basketball Invitational as they take care of Brownstown Central in their first pool game of the day, 60-52. As we continue with the Buddies Food and Fuel postgame show, and Coach Dusty Cole joins us now. And Coach, man, it's always great to win anywhere, but when you can win in a tournament to get things started off on the right foot, gives yourself an upper hand.
Yeah, it's always a good thing. The kids came over and came out ready to play early. I think like we talked about in the pregame, they were just kind of excited to get back after it. We'd had a pretty good break, got to practice a few times in there for sure, and these guys just like to play. They like to compete, and they were ready to get back on the floor, and I think that showed early on.
And with this group of seniors, Coach, they knew they'd have to come out strong today.
Yeah, that's what the experience kind of matters a little bit. Makes a big difference in games like this, and we have a lot of kids out there that have been in some pretty big games and big moments, and we've had just a lot of kids out there that have played in tournaments like this, Brownstown only has a couple, and I think that makes a difference. They do have a lot of seniors and juniors out there, but I think the experience does matter a little bit, and I think there's a little bit of a difference in this game for sure.
A tight one, though, Coach, through the first half of play.
We had really good balance. We did a lot of good things. We could kind of sit up here and talk about 4 or 5 things we did extremely well, but I think the balance was really good, which that's kind of what our team is this year. We have a lot of balance. We just have a lot of different guys. It's hard to key on certain guys. We did a great job of attacking the rim versus the man and the zone and getting the ball inside of the bigs. They went to work in there, did a nice job. Those guys shot a really good percentage. I think we had Dane at maybe 7 of 9, Chad maybe 5 of 5, 4 of 4, Dakota Apple was 5 of 5, and all those baskets were pretty much inside the paint. So I thought we did a good job of that. Even versus the zone, I thought we flashed to the right spots. We attacked it well. We just kind of got to some 2-on-1 spots. So I think that was a factor for sure. But there's some things we didn't do well. We did not shoot the ball well from outside. The free throw shooting was just okay again. We know that's things we have to keep on working at. And again, the only way to get better is just the reps. So, we can talk about things like that. But in a game against 2 good teams, you're going to have to keep fighting. They're going to make a run. They have a great program over there. And they're used to winning. So even with that lead, nothing's safe against them. Nothing's safe. You still have to do things well. And for the most part, I thought we did a really good job on the defensive end.
That you did. That was going to be my next question, Coach, how well you played closing out on their 3-point shooters.
We did a really good job, and the Covert kid especially, he's kind of a key for them. He gets a lot of shots from the outside. Traylon, he's obviously our defensive guy. He guards some really good players, and he's been doing this for 2 or 3 years now. And it kind of started, during practice. He had to guard Fletcher every day, and that was a load every day. And he really learned how to defend by doing that a little bit, and that's carried over to the seasons and the games. and he just does a really good job against those guys. But Colbert didn't have any good looks from the outside. He stayed attached to him all night long, did a really good job. And I thought we closed out on their shooters. We tried to mix in a little bit of zone, turn them over just a couple times with it, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. But if we stayed in them too long, it seems like they hit a three every time. So this was a game we had to play a lot of man-to-man. And against the good teams, you have to do that a lot of times. And we just had to kind of stay close. And the Hutchinson kid did a great job inside. He was a load for us, but we decided just to play him completely one-on-one. We didn't want to double down any. We usually go, half and half with a hand each way to kind of keep it out of the paint. But just with the shooters they have on the offensive end and 3 or 4 guys that just take a lot of threes, that's about half their shots from the three-point line. We just decided just to go one-on-one. Obviously, he had a good game. He had 18 or 19 points, but we took away those other guys a little bit.
Hey, Coach, you waited around, finally got that run you were looking for in that third quarter to gap it out to double digits.
Well, I think you could tell a little bit that they'd already played a game, and they're not the deepest team this year, especially with the injury they have. They probably would have been 7 deep, or they could play, those 7 guys some pretty big minutes, but they have a guy out, so they're kind of 6 deep. They'll play a few more, but they play 6 for the most part. And I think being a second game, I think you'll kind of started to lose those legs a little bit. And then we have a lot of depth. We had a lot of guys we're kind of putting in and out. We had a lot of guys play the double-figure minutes. I think we had 8 of them that played double-figure minutes. So we kept guys fresh, and I think that made a difference in that third quarter. But the biggest difference was we were able to turn them over a little bit that quarter. I think they had 6 or 7 for the game. This is a team that only averages about 7 or 8. We was able to turn them over 16 times, I think 7 times that third quarter. And what that did more than anything, it led to some easy offense for us, which we need sometimes. Everything's kind of difficult on that end sometimes, but it got us some easy baskets. We was able to just get a little bit of a cushion, and that was kind of the difference in the game in that small run we made.
And then, Coach, able to hold on and keep them at arm's length there to close out with the win.
And, just really good defense late. We did a decent job. I thought our kids kept our heads pretty good. We knew it was going to be a physical contest. They're always physical. We like to play physical, so we kind of knew it was going to be that way. But, when you're playing that way, it's going to get a little chippy at times. And I was just kind of proud of the guys that they kept their heads like they did and was able to compete the right way. And we talk about that a lot, but more than anything, that's where the experience comes in play too. Those guys have been in those moments against teams like that. But it's just the first one. We got in this tournament to come over and play really good teams, to kind of be challenged. That was a good challenge for us. We did a good job with it, but now we have just a small break, and we got to come back. We play another really good team that's probably going to be played kind of the same way.
All right, Coach. I was going to say another challenge, but a quick turnaround challenge.
Quick turnaround. We're going to get just a small bite to eat. We can't even eat a whole lot, so they'll get a small bite to eat. Then we'll come back and be ready to play. The good thing is they don't start early, so that gives you just a little more of a break. So I think it's like, a 6:30 start?
6:40, somewhere along in there,
yeah. So we've got a little bit of a break, so we want to just get the kids off their legs and off their feet a little bit, get a little something to eat. It's probably been a while, and then just come out and make sure we're ready to play from the tip in the second game and put ourselves in good position.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the win. We'll talk to you a little bit on the pregame show.
All right, thank you.
And Coach Dusty Cole, the Paoli Rams, they're victorious over Brownstown Central today, 60-52. We'll have more of the Buddies Food and Fuel postgame show from Madison High School. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Springer Insurance is proud to support our Paoli Rams as they work toward a successful season. The hard work that goes into training and preparation is something we truly value. Mark, Daniel, Thomas, and Greg will work with our team at Indiana Farmers Insurance to find the best coverage for your home, auto, farm, or business. Visit us at Springer Insurance in Orleans or call 812-865-3133. We love taking care of customers as much as we love our Rams. Go Rams.
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you. Looking for top-notch fuel that keeps your engine running smoothly? Pull into Riley Oil, your trusted supplier of Marathon fuels. With convenient locations in Paoli, Orleans, and Hardinsburg, we've got you covered. Enjoy the ease of paying at the pump 24/7 or swing by Paoli where we'll pump the gas for you. Grab a snack and drink and be on your way with Riley Oil, fueling your journey every mile of the way.
An 8-point victory for the Rams to open up the tournament here at Madison High School, the Jefferson County Boys Basketball Invitational. And Coach touched upon it. We did too, Bert, as soon as the game was over, how critical and key it was for the balanced scoring of Paoli this afternoon.
Oh, it really was. And, Brownstown, they could not concentrate on any one individual. That was definitely true. And Paoli has 4 kids in double figures today. Leading the way, Dane Padgett, he finished with 14 points, pretty well balanced throughout, had 4 in each of the first 2 quarters, 4 more in that third quarter of play. Then 12 points for Chad Sullivan. Weren't sure exactly how much Chad would get to play today, but he was out there, looked like at full strength. Matter of fact, 4 out of 4 from the field, knocked down a few free throws as well, and he finished with 12 points. Then 11 points for Cooper Spires, 10 for Dakota Apple. That's all of the double-figure scores for Paoli on the day. Next, Trey Minton had 5 points. Ian Sullivan also had 5, and 3 points for Justin Thornton. As far as Brownstown is concerned, they are led by Eli Hutchinson's 19 points. They had 2 players in double figures. Brock Dean also in double figures. He had 13. Then 6 points apiece for Carter Colbert and for Kylis Brock. 5 points for Preston Garrison and 3 for Lincoln Britton. Scores by the quarters. Paoli trailed after 1, 12-11 was the margin there. Second quarter, Paoli wins that by a margin of 2 at 15-13. That gets us to our halftime score of 26-25 with Paoli out in front. Third quarter, that was the big quarter for Paoli as they outscored Brownstown 18-8 in that quarter. Paoli was up 44-33 after 3. And in the fourth quarter, Brownstown, they won it narrowly by a margin of 3 at 19-16. But Paoli out in front at the end, 60-52 was your final.
We'll be back to wrap up the Buddy's Food and Fuel postgame show. You're listening to Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Need a quick bite or cold drink or fuel for the road? Head to Betty's Food and Fuel, right across from Walmart at 656 North Gospel Street in Paoli. We're locally owned and operated and open Monday through Saturdays from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 6 to 10 p.m. Enjoy competitive gas, daily food specials, a hot deli, fresh wraps, salads, and cold sandwiches. Need an ATM or lottery ticket? We have both. Find us on Facebook at Betty's Food and Fuel. For questions, call 812-203-0227. Betty's Food and Fuel, the one-stop shop.
Rams victorious to open up tournament play here at Madison High School, 60-52 today over Brownstown Central. The Braves are now 4-2 on the year. They will wait the outcome of the next couple of games to decide when they will play tomorrow and who they will play tomorrow. Again, everybody's still up in the air until all of the pool games are done and how the final seeds will be set tomorrow for the championship day. For the Paoli Rams, they've got more work to do here this afternoon in the 79th Annual Jefferson County Boys Basketball Invitational. They will be tipping it off at 6:20 this evening against Southwestern Hanover. Southwestern Hanover fell earlier today in the opening game of this tournament to the Brownstown Central Braves, 66-59. Game 2 today was Madison beating Christian Academy 56-40. And, of course, in the third game just completed, Paoli 60 and Brownstown Central 52. That's a big win for the Rams, but they can't celebrate too much because they got to come back in about an hour and a half and face another good team in Southwestern.
Yeah, and Southwestern, solid ball club. They give Brownstown fits for a little bit today. Brownstown gapped it out on them early in the ball game, but then Southwestern came back, got it down into the low single digits before Brownstown was finally able to pull away. So they've got some things, Southwestern does, that could bother Paoli. A little bit of quickness out front. Don't have a whole lot of size, but they do have the one kid that is about 6'3", 6'4". He plays both inside, outside, so he will be somebody that Paoli has to concern themselves with. But, I like Paoli's chances. I think they are the best team on this side of the draw, and we'll just see how it shakes out after now they have played a game. Won't have that advantage like they did against Brownstown, but, because Southwestern has had a little bit of time to rest at least.
Well, it'll be a good matchup between the Rams and the Southwestern out of Hanover, and they'll be taking on the Rebels. Coming up, 6:20 will be the tip-off. Will be on the air with our pregame around 6:05. But good balanced scoring here today by the Rams in their victory today, as they have 4 players in double figures here to pace the way. 14 by Dane Padgett, 12 on the afternoon for Chad Sullivan, 11 for Cooper Spires, and 10 for Dakota Apple in the victory here today, 60-52. As we wrap up the Buddy's Food and Fuel postgame show, Buddy's Food and Fuel on North Gospel Street in Paoli. Again, Game 2 between Paoli and Southwestern. That'll be a 6:20 tip, pregame at 6:05. Again, want to thank all of our great sponsors for allowing us to bring you boys high school basketball today and throughout the entire season. A great job, as always, by our engineer and producer back at the studio today. That's been Melissa Wall, and most of all, thanks to you for listening. For Bert Pentago, I'm Dave Dedrick. Again, your final today in the opening round of the Jefferson County Boys Basketball Invitational Tournament. It was Paoli 60 and Brownstown Central 52. So long for just a while. Good afternoon, everybody.
This coverage of high school sports on Mix 95.3 WUME. This coverage of high school sports on Mix 95.3 WUME has been made possible by our incredible community sponsors: Vendor Lumber, Buddy's Food and Fuel, Cave and Cal Car Quarries, Gilman Scott Funeral Home, Hoosier Hills Credit Union, Hoosier Hardware, In Focus Eye Care, Jeremy Payton Edward Jones, KFC of Paoli, Orange County REMC and Orange County Fiber, Orange County CASA, Paoli Health and Living Community, Springs Valley Bank and Trust, Summers Singles Guttering, Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, Springer Insurance, Team OC Youth Mentoring, Whitfield Investments, and the Orange County Community Foundation. Thanks for supporting local athletes, local schools, and local radio. This has